as the season winds down, you guys know where you're at. Personal, what do you play for when you are at this point in the year? Obviously, you're playing for personal success, obviously team success, but what's the mindset with these last 2 games?
Yeah, it becomes a culture thing at the end of the year when you're out of it and wanting to win games for the jersey and the fans and the people that have done all the work behind the scenes for us. So I think it's still meaningful games this time of year, but obviously a little bit different than when you have playoff aspirations ahead.
And as far as Nashville goes, obviously you guys saw them not too long ago. What do you guys want to do differently based on that game versus tonight?
Yeah, I think we weren't our best that game. Obviously, it was one of those games where we just kind of found out we weren't going to be in the playoffs. I don't know if that's something that distracted. It's obviously not anything you can kind of lay as an excuse, but I think we just owe them a game where we come out and play the way that we want to play and see kind of what kind of happens.
Over the course of this year, does it feel like this group became closer, or what happened this year that made this group so bonded?
Yeah, we have a pretty close group now, and I think there's not one guy that doesn't get along with another, which is what you need to win. And I think it's just kind of the foundation of what's to come in this room. But we all have a blast together, and we spend a good amount of time together. So it's been a really fun year with these guys.
So Maddie in net tonight. Yami out, Obi's in, and that's about it. So Donor will play with Aids and Schmaltzy, and Obi will play with Banner and Crosser. We want to try Donor in that role, and we'll see how it looks. But just for one game.
Just giving Villalta that opportunity. I mean, what are you looking for out of him and the excitement I'm sure he probably has for it?
You've been around a little bit around him. He's just a great kid. He has a high tempo. He's really positive presence. So he was good in practices. So we'll see what it will do for him tonight. But really excited. He had a great season out there, and I think we're all pushing for him.
It seems like this season series with the Preds is the sum up can be special teams with power play kind of clicking right now and doing good things. How important is that going to be tonight?
That will be really important, but it's a team who their style of play, if you're not playing stingy defensively, you will get hurt. So I think last game there were a lot of emotion where our last game at Delta, so our focus defensively was not maybe where it was against Dallas. So we need to build on what we did in Dallas and be stingy.
The last 8 games, first periods have been impactful. Was there an approach that was different maybe in the last 8 games that was, first 5, last 5 kind of?
No. I will say throughout the season, our first period has been really, really good. I think we went through phases where we had to address our second period, and we got much better. We were, for a long stretch, one of the better team in the second period, so we addressed those. We all know in January was more about the third period where we were protecting elite. So we went through different phases during the year, but I think our game is pretty consistent now.
So Kessering was put on that second unit with Yamamoto out. How does the dynamic change with 2 defensemen there?
Well, first you're in the power play, you want to score, but I think that where the dynamic changes, he's a shooter. He's a threat with a shot. So I think that unit did really good last game. They were solid, but I think Kess out there bring more shooting threat.
As you mentioned, O'Brien is back in the lineup. What do you want to see out of him tonight?
Well, just be himself. I think it's good for him. He has the opportunity to play a game before the end of the season. We won't play on the back-to-back, but we'll play that game, and I think it's good for him to get that game under himself. And he had for different reason out of his control, but he didn't play a lot in the first half of the season. And when he came in the lineup, he had a great impact on our team in terms of being predictable, in terms of intensity, intangible, toughness, all of it. So it's good for him. I'm happy for him to see him at least once before the end.
I know there's 2 games left on this road trip on the season, but have you had any moments where you're like, wow, we made it through a year in Utah, seeing that it's almost a year since you got
No, I did not. I think it was great. We have a lot to build and a lot to be proud of, but I didn't have time to reflect yet. I'm still into it.
Michael Kessering mentioned, this is the closest group that he's ever been on. He calls his family, and you've called it family too in the past. What do you think, has really developed this family model? And kind of made it the closest team a lot of these guys have been on.
Yeah, I think that's something we have going for a few years. I think that's something we put a lot of pride in, having good teammates and being there for each other and having our backs and on and off the ice and making sure we pick up each other in a hard moment. And it seems easy, but it's a reminder all the time. It's how you behave when someone has a hard time, hardship, and the way you will talk to him. And there's a lot of ways to pick up your teammate during the action or off the ice as well. So I think we take a lot of pride in that. I think it's something you need to cultivate. You need to make sure you stay on top of it, and the result is there. So we want to keep going.
Thanks, everyone.